Hey everyone, this is probably going to be the hardest thing that I'm going to record in audio wise. And I want to do this while it's still fresh in my mind, and I want to let you all know what's up with me and the steady decline of streaming and videos and stuff. And I just wanted to get it off my chest, and I believe the people who have followed me throughout this whole year deserves to know. So last year was a painful ending to a chapter and a painful start of a new one. It ended when me and my girlfriend for a long time broke up. And I'm not gonna lie, it's mostly my fault. There were promises that I broke, things that I've said and didn't go through. And and that was just the start. What the painful start of the new chapter in my life was when I lost two close relatives that I considered a father figures in my life were just passed away. It was hard, steadily heartbreaking, and I felt like my entire world was falling on me, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. That's when the start of a pretty steep depression that I have been hiding for a while. If you guys can't tell, I've been hiding it very well, but it was growing. I felt like I couldn't talk to anyone for a long while. It was starting to affect me greatly, and it's still affecting me now, but not as painful and as effective as it was before, at the start of last year. But let's just say that it's a process. It's a very steep process that I'm going through right now. And begrudgingly, my now ex and my friend wanted to move out of this place, but because we couldn't find any apartments, we begrudgingly have to do one more year. It was a tough year, not just for me, but for her as well. And I didn't exactly made it better at all. I tried a bit, but then I just stopped. I keep drowning myself in video games because that's mainly what I do when I don't want to think about anything that could hurt me in my mindset. And right now, it's starting not to work. I can't drown myself in video games anymore because I am literally an adult, and how I'm handling it isn't going to cut it for me. Let's just and to cut the story short, the rest of the year was painful. There were so many things that I had to consider, so many things that I let build up and let it rot, and so many things that I could have already already either salvage or fix, but didn't because I was so steep into my own depression that I just didn't want to do anything but just work and play video games and just do schoolwork. And it's hard for me to actually admit this because I just don't I didn't want to say it for the longest time because I kept running away from it. And now it's pretty much caught up to me, and I'm at that point where I can actually talk to a free therapist that my job provided. And I've been talking to her for about a good month. And she helped me clear up a lot of things that I am instinctively doing to help me feel better when it's not even close to help me feel better at all. And it was a painful process because I had to admit to a lot of things and faced a lot of things that I know that I'm solely responsible for or mostly responsible for. And I've been and I have been held that up for that whole year of 2021. And now I'm pretty much in the beginning of 2022. Well, the best thing about it, the only silver lining about 2021 is that my schoolwork did not decline. I kept that as important above anything else. I made sure that I did not decline my grades in school. So I'm doing good at that, which is the only silver lining of 2021. As for everything else, I just let it decline and possibly crumble. I'm not even sure how many people are actually going to listen to this video, but I have to do it because my therapist believed that maybe just talking to her, or solely her, would not help me get through this kind of thing that I'm dealing with myself. That maybe I should talk to somebody, or at least the people that I care about, and reach them the best way that I believe I possibly could. And I'm doing that right now. Because all of you, my friends, my family, and the people that actually like me, I care. I care about all of you. And I fear that I might take that for granted one day. But I'm doing my best not to do that. So now to end this, well, now comes that was the painful end of a previous chapter and a painful start. Here is what's happening now. I'm still in school. My roommate is going to be moving out pretty soon. And I'm going to be all alone. I'm just going to be by myself for the next few months till I write out this lease. Then I'm moving on to another place. And I'll admit this. Just being with the person that you've been with for so long, it hurts when they leave. But it has to be done. I feel like I was holding her back, and in some ways she might be thinking that she might be holding me back. I hate to admit that, but at this point it might be true, or it most likely is true. But I don't hold no grudge or bewilderment to her. For a while I did. For a while I hated her. But I can't do that. And my therapist literally helped me realize that I can't hate somebody for choosing. And she's right. And it was hard for me to actually admit that, because I was stuck in my own way, that I didn't care how she felt. I let a lot of things rot, and I see it now. And I kick myself in the ass just realizing and thinking it. But she'll be moving to a different place soon, and I'm happy that she is. And as for me, I'll be here until the lease is up and I move on to a new place. Probably get me a studio apartment, so it won't be too expensive and I can actually save money. Yes, and what else is there for me to say? It's not my personality to hold grudges or anything like that. So for that whole year, I held a grudge against her, and I knew it for the fact that wasn't me. It really wasn't. That's not who I am. That's not how I was raised to be, but it was so strong that it literally took over my personality. And to the point where I even start to realize that I'm even doing that to my friends. And I need to fix that. It's a painful, slow process, but it's taking flight, to put it that way. It's starting to it's a long process, but it's starting to take effect. That I'm actually fixing what I know what was a problem with me. And I just wanted to say for the last bit of this that I am alone, but I'm not. I have my friends, my family, and for you and the people that are actually watching me, I greatly appreciate everything. And I don't want that to go away because of my antics. And I want this to be the thing that I can actually have people be proud. I'm doing so much, so little time because I have a video that I've been working on as an edited video to show you guys, but by fear of it being dead in the water is holding it back, and to the point where I procrastinated on it. It should have been out a long time ago, but that fear just held me back, but no more. I'm gonna work on it, and I'm gonna show it, whether it's dead in the water or not. I can look at it and say, I made this, and I'm proud of myself for this. And to all the people all the friends and family that you know who you are, who I'm talking about, and I'm guaranteed that you guys are actually listening to this, and I hope you actually listen to this to the very end. I greatly appreciate all of you, and I love you. And nothing can take that away. Not even my own depression. And I'm grateful for all the people that are with me throughout that whole last year and to now. And I hope you guys stick with me for a long road. For I'm not going to stop doing what I'd like to do. I don't want to disappoint people anymore. And I promise to be a lot more productive in this channel and a lot more productive in my schoolwork. I'm not making a promise. I'm making something. I can't have a name for it, but it's something. That much I want to do. And as you're currently listening to this, to the very bit, I am currently taking a shower and getting ready to live stream Monster Hunter. And I hope to see you all there, at least some of you, and I hope we all have a good time like we always do. And don't worry, starting April, those stories are going to come back up stronger than ever. And I can't give you a date on what that certain video that I've been working on for a while, but all I know is just expect it. And when it comes out, you'll know what it is. And just so you can all have an idea of what that video is, I'll link something that about a video that I created about almost a year ago, or maybe it was 6 months, and give you a good idea of what to expect. So I want to thank you all for listening, or at least taking the time to listen to this whole entire video. And I hope to see you in the live stream that I'm opening up today. I'll see you guys then. God bless and take care, everyone.